All right, guys, I'm out in the garage, and boy, I'll tell you what, we got a beautiful day. I think it's in the high 70s or low 80s, and really low humidity. Just a really nice day. The sun's shining, and man, it's just nice. Wife just got back. We had to unload groceries, so I'm back at it here on the bench. But let's take a look here. It shows 84 here in the garage. It's not that warm. Doesn't feel like it anyway. It might be, but it's really dry at 39% humidity. Man. All right, let me show y'all something here. You know, we went to cruise in last weekend. The wife and I did car show over at my old college, Ivy Tech, and normally, you know, they give dash plaques out. You know, let me show you what the dash. You know, normally here's what the dash plaques normally look like. This just a piece of aluminum. That's what dash plaques are normally like. But Ivy Tech gave out these, look at this, check this out, these gears. And it says Ivy Tech Cruise in 2024. And the kids in the school make these. So that's pretty cool. It's just a gear, really kind of heavy. But I thought that was pretty cool. And they only had 20 of them. So that's why you always get to these cruise ins early. Because a lot of times they have things they're giving away and they have a limited quantity. So they only had 20 of these. So I got lucky and I think we were number 12 to get those. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. And we just ate at Freddy's there a little while ago. And what? Dang, I got some good food over. All right, let's get into the good stuff here. That's enough about food and everything. Guys, I just posted a video the other day about this here because I was working on it kind of on the side, just playing around. And things advanced further than I thought they were. And daggone, before I knew it, I almost had a model put together. So I thought, I better get a video put up on this sucker. But this kit here was given to me by Roger S., good friend of mine. Roger just moved out of state, moved back to Georgia. Excuse me. But we still keep in touch. But anyway, he gave me this kit, and you know what? I got to looking at this kit, and I thought, you know, that'd make a really nice build, but I need some, you know, that's got some big old wheel wells in there, and I need some wheels and tires to fill that space up good. So I thought, you know, I built a couple models that I used the wheels and tires off the M2 kits that I get over at Hobby Lobby, and the M2 kits, this is what I'm talking about. These are all steel. You see those wheels and tires come on there? These are 124 scale. They're either 124th or 125th. I'm not sure. I'm thinking they're 124th. But those are all steel, and you know, I did a couple. The 51 Henry J. There's some big old wheels and tires. Just look nice on that. And then I did this 55 Cameo pickup with the white walls on it. That looks pretty cool. So guys, so I thought, well, I've got a set of those, another set, so thought I'd use them on this. So let's get into it here. And we're going to get some explaining done on this sucker here. So hang on, boys. All right. Let me scoot up here, fellas. All right, guys, here she is. This is that 50 or 60 Ford F-100 pickup. I turned it into a Pro Street. Boy, don't that pretty? I think it just came out nice. Now, see how I was talking about those big old wheel wells? Takes a big old wheel and tire to fill that space up, and then it looks pretty good. And I think it looks pretty sharp. I'm not big on long bed trucks, but I knew I had to do something really cool on this to make it look good. You know, make that old long bed shine. So that's what I did. Turned her into a Pro Street. Got that blower sticking out of the hood. I think that looks pretty cool. I just love the Pro Street. Now, guys, let me show you something here. This, man, I tell you what. This paint is the Tamiya's. Love this Tamiya paint. It's the Tamiya's TS14 black, gloss black. And man, oh man, you know, I struggled on my last paint job and ended up painting it with this paint, and that was that 55 Ford right there that I built, and that paint came out really good on that one. So I thought, you know what, let's do a little more experiment and see what we can come up with. And now this one, I shot splash paints 2K clear, the urethane on that one there. This one, there is no clear. That is just the paint only, fellas, and I use Meguiar's polish and wax on it. You polish it, then wax it. If you guys don't know the difference between polish and wax, polish, in layman's term, polish repairs the paint, and wax protects the paint. That's what I was told by an expert, and that's, if you read the bottles, that's what it does. So you guys go to the store and you want to get some polish for your car. You think that's the good shiny stuff. You need to get the wax and not the polish, because the polish, anytime I do anything with Ruby, like at the beginning of the season, I'll always use go over with a good coat of polish, then follow it right back up with a good coat of wax, and that's what gets her shining really good. All right, guys, back to this sucker right here. Man, I'm gonna tell you what now. I cut, and then I cut some more on this sucker to get everything to fit in here now. Now, guys, I'm calling this a semi-curbside, okay? Even though it has that engine in there, I keep wanting to put my fat finger in the way. I'm get my swizzle stick up here. Even though this has an engine in it, and it's got an exhaust system, there is no suspension to speak of, so I'm calling this a semi-curbside. Let me show you something else here. See these side emblems here, the hood emblems? The ones I had in my kit, one of those was a short shot. So I reached out to the fellows on MCM forum, and a fellow replied back really quick. He had a set he wasn't going to use, so he sent those to me. And Kevin, I really appreciate that, buddy. They worked out really nice. Now, I didn't paint anything. If you look on the box, see how the emblem is red, and then the emblem on the front is red? I didn't do anything. I left it all chrome. See that? Left it all chrome. I also put, check this out. This comes in the kit. That's the, for the custom build. That's the fancy grill bar they give you there. I thought it looked kind of sharp, so I put her on there. Now, guys, I had to cut. Man, did I cut so much out from the bottom of this thing, and I'll flip it over here in a minute after I get the hood and the tonneau cover off, and I'll show you. But man, there was a lot of cutting that went on. A lot of cutting, a lot of trial fitting, a lot of cussing, a lot of throwing stuff in the garage, and that's what it takes to get it done, fellas. You just got to work it out. But man, I tell you what, I think she come out pretty good. That's the engine. I want to show you guys something here now. That engine is the one that comes in this 41 Willys competition coupe. That gasser right there. That's the old 1963 version of the 41 Willys, and it's not a very good quality engine, but I did the best with it I could. I think it came out okay. Got my coil in there. That's a homemade coil. I don't remember. I just looked in my part box for something that resembled a coil and cut all the excess off of it I didn't need, and shoved her on there, boys. See how those front tires come up almost to the top of the fenders there on the inside. Let me take this tonneau cover off here. Check out those big old meats in the back. I tell you what, you got to have a lot of horsepower to turn those over, don't you? And I got me an Indiana plate on there. I got that trailer hitch on there. See that? Because I'm going to be pulling. I'm going to build this trailer. You guys look here on the back of this side of this box. Look at that trailer that comes in this kit. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to build that trailer. Here's what's. I just cut the plastic a little bit ago. I was getting ready to start checking this out, and I thought I'd make a video. But that's the trailer, and I'm gonna build it, and I'm going to be hauling either a drag car or a classic car or truck on the back. I don't know if it's going to be one in my stash that I'll put on there, or maybe I'll build something. I just don't really know at this point. But the trim around the windshield, the wipers, is bare metal foil. The chrome around the wing windows, the door handles, I brushed on Molotow chrome. I just painted the back of that bed. That's a light gun metal, I believe it is. I didn't want to put any wheel tubs in here because, first off, the wheels were too high, and I didn't think I'd be able to get the tonneau cover on there. But I think it looks pretty cool just showing off those big old meats. You can see not much going on down here, not a whole lot of detail or anything. Like I said, guys, this is kind of what I'm calling a semi-curbside. Now let's turn her over here and I'll show you what I mean. See, it's got exhaust and everything on it, but there is no suspension. But I think she turned out pretty good. If you look, it's hard to tell, but I painted the rotors a flat brass. I just wanted to let those pop just a little bit. It's got that big old window in the back. I like those big old windows. But guys, you know, I'm not big on long bed trucks, but this thing turned out pretty cool. I mean, for me, you got to really dress one up and get it looking sharp for me to like a long bed, and that's what I had in mind to do with this one, and I think I accomplished what I was wanting to do. I had to, if you take a look at that radiator, the radiator normally sits on the inside here of that core support, but it wouldn't fit in there because of the pulleys and stuff on the engine, so I had to move things around and cut, and I mounted that radiator on the outside of that core support, and it fit right in there in between the front grille and the core support, so that worked out pretty good. I think she turned out pretty good, guys. I mean, I'm digging it. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but the interior and the tonneau covers painted with a Rust-Oleum satin nutmeg. I think it worked out really well with the black, and all the chrome, the badges on the front and side of the hood. I didn't paint it up. Where's it? Shit. See how they got it on here? It's got red in there. I didn't do that. I left it all chrome. I didn't want to do anything with that. But guys, I think she turned out pretty good. You guys let me know what you think about this one. I said I'm really pleased with how the paint came out. I'm going to be shooting some more of this paint in the future because that just turned out killer in my book. All right, let's get it back here at the $1 million view right there, boys. And I think I'm going to call this one done. Okay, I'm done.